Two Fat Brothers. Scott, you're doing the cooking. What's on the menu?
Oh, John, on the menu today we've got a nice simple apple tart.
Everybody likes an apple tart.
Everybody likes a tart.
True. So, what are we looking at here? Lovely apple fruit, flaky pastries, bit of spice mixed in with the sugar.
You've got it exactly, John. What we're really looking at here is simplicity. A nice, simple dessert. Core ingredient.
Pardon the pun.
Apples, Granny Smith apples. Then we've got some cinnamon, we've got some caster sugar, a little bit of butter, and of course we've got puff pastry.
Now, this is store-bought puff pastry, no problem with that.
None at all, John, it's frozen. Still hard, but it'll be fantastic. Now, very, very simple. First things first, we're going to whip the apples out of this bowl, throw in the cinnamon and the sugar, mix it up. We're going to peel, core and peel, and then slice the apples, mix them up with that caster sugar and cinnamon. Then we're going to make a nice round base for our tart. We're using the puff pastry. We're going to put the apples on the puff pastry. We're going to dot it with a bit of butter. We're going to put it in the oven, and voila.
That's French for there you are.
Okay, John, we're almost ready to go. We've got our apples in there with our cinnamon and our caster sugar. We have the puff pastry, which you will now see has been very cleverly cut into a circle.
Yep, good.
Looks good tart base, a circle. And what we're going to do now, John, is we're just going to layer the apples around.
Is there any real idea, do you do a pattern or do you put them on?
John, I do a bit of a pattern. I must confess, I go around the outside.
Yep.
And I go around the inside.
Well, that's a pattern.
Yes, sort of from right to left.
Okay.
But you can go from left to right if you like. We in fact go from inside to out. It's really up to you. The possibilities are endless, John.
Yeah.
Really, they are.
I didn't realise that apple tart construction could be as limitless as this.
Limitless and fun.
And fun.
A lot of fun. And that, folks, is how you stuff a goose.
And in 2 hours it'll be ready.
Oh, I can't wait, John. I'll tell you what, though. I'm a tad thirsty.
I mean, you were going to say that. I've got a bit of a fire in my throat, Scott.
Means it's probably time to
have a loungy.
Let's hear from our sponsor, Lounge Lager. A bit of a shameless plug because the lads at Lounge Lager have been brewing this beer in Lorne since 1921.
They're our very good friends.
Our very good friends at Lounge Lager. Nothing like a shameless plug for our very good friends, Lounge Lager. There it is. Now, folks, John, you're probably going to say this is still in the bottle.
I am, Scott. It's still in the bottle, so I have no interest in a bottled product.
Absolutely not. However, I took the liberty of preparing a couple earlier.
This is a cooking show, you see. You do that. It's one of the tricks of the trade.
Oh, there you go, John.
Lounge Lager.
Lounge Lager. Here's to you.
And to Two Fat Brothers. And our friends at Lounge Lager.
Because nothing puts out a fire like a loungy.
You can feel this.
The fire's gone out, John.
Absolutely.
Now, John, as you can see, there we are.
Looks great, Scott. Just apples arranged. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect precision.
John, not everyone can be as artistic as me.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry.
That's what you were thinking.
That's where I was going with that, Scott. Yeah, exactly.
It beautiful.
But it does look
It is a work of art.
Tell you what, I do like is that it's almost a marinade, isn't it? The apples
and the cinnamon
and the sugar together.
Absolutely,
a real combination that works.
It's a combination that works. Some may call it a marriage.
Maybe heaven. Yeah. It's one of those great food marriages.
It's one of those great food marriages, John. You're dead right. Now, what we're going to do now is we're just going to throw dot the butter on the top of the tart, on top of the apples. We're going to pop it in the oven for about 20 minutes on approximately 200 degrees.
Okay. Time for a Two Fat Brothers bench test. Today we're looking at champagne, and our bench tests are brought to you by our friends at
Lounge Lager.
Because nothing
puts out a fire like a loungy.
Now, champagne, Scott, you might have noticed I haven't said the word French in that sentence.
Not once, John.
But that's for a purpose, because if it says champagne on the label, then you don't need to add the word French because it comes from
Champagne.
And champagne is in
France.
This champagne, Paul Gessner, isn't a champagne from a house that's been around for a couple of 100 years. No. It's made by one of the big champagne names. to a price.
It's a retail brand, John.
Precisely,
it's a retail brand.
Precisely. Punches hugely above its weight.
Incredibly so. It over-delivers. It over-delivers in all aspects.
Now in Australia, this wine can be bought for, well, in the low 30s and sometimes below that. In fact, below 30, which makes it an absolute bargain.
An absolute steal. You almost need a mask and a gun to go and buy this wine.
Well,
John.
you do, don't you? And the thing is, if you want to have a glass of champagne, the Real McCoy, try this one. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Remember, we recommended it to you here on Two Fat Brothers, and our bench tester brought to you by
Lounge Lager, because nothing puts out a fire like a loungy. Cheers.
It's delicious, isn't it?
That's a lovely wine. It's incredible. I think we're done, John.
It smells done, Scott. It smells delicious.
Let's have a look. Ooh,
Tart
yes.
Pom.
Look at this. There it is.
Smell that cinnamon, the sugar and the apple. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Like a donut apple.
It's like a donut apple, the donut mixture. Yeah, beautiful. Botrytis Semillon would be the wine.
Botrytis Semillon, absolutely. Without a question, John, 100%. And I think we'll serve this with maybe some double cream. What do you think?
I think that would be beautiful. Although I'd better to go beautifully with just about anything. Ice cream, runny cream, creme fraiche even.
Absolutely. 100%.
Absolutely beautiful.
I'm looking forward to this.
Hope you make this one, and we'll catch you next time
On Two Fat Brothers.
Brothers.
Right, John, what we're going to do now, we're going to just lay our... Where's it here?
We might start that again.